I am so ready to get on with this game. Before I get forward, I keep forgetting, like, someone suggested something, Vandalia suggested something, like 4 days ago, and I just keep forgetting to mention this on camera. An idea was posited. We could add a link to the current review document in the VODs, right down there, so you could have quick and easy access to it. Positive. It would be another vector by which you'd be able to access the current review document. Negative. It's the current review document. So if 3 years from now, you're watching this VOD and you're like, oh, there's a link to the review document. You click it and it's going to be, a link to, I don't know, Final Fantasy 14 or something, whatever we're playing at the time, because it's whatever game we're currently playing in reality, not in the VOD. So, thoughts? I'm ambivalent. It just changes how I do the template a little bit. But I thought I'd at least mention it on camera. And feel free to give me thoughts in the VOD, those VOD watch as well, because it's primarily going to affect you guys. I saw that counter comment, by the way, Mr. Red. That the guy who's like, why are you complaining about such a minor thing? And it's like, wow, you're an idiot. First of all, nothing really diminishes the aggravation of having to redo the same room like 3 times for no reason. But more to the point, this entire game, especially this dungeon, has a whole lot of that repeat the puzzle thing over with. All I have to do is point to that room in the upper right there. You know. This room up here. For those of you who haven't actually seen this part of the thing, first of all, I envy you. But because of the nature of how this dungeon is designed, the floor below us has 2 separate areas which can only be accessed via this and this. So imagine there's like a dividing wall between those down below. So in order to go between the 2 spots, you have to go back up to this floor, go across that lava, and then go back down the other side. Thing is, you also have to swap which type of armor Zelda's in, because there's 3 types of armor that she can be in. And, or I guess 4 actually, but 3 ones that are relevant. And so she needs to constantly go through here, and then back, and then back, and then back, and then back. And this is exactly what gamers mean when they say backtracking. Because when you hear someone use the phrase backtracking, what they mean is bad backtracking. They mean just doing the same section over and over and over again, with no variance, with no change, with no nothing. This is exactly the type of puzzle design negative that I was mentioning in that particular shorts. A link to the review page. I already do that with... So, okay. So this is another suggestion that's been posited. Just actually putting a link to the final review document, which is in the website. It's just true, Mr. Ed, I'm so sorry. Thing is, I already do that. I do that in the final VOD. And if I need to explain why the final VOD is the one that gets the final review document, then we need to have a very serious talk about object permanence. But what I could do is I could go and add that link to the final thing in every single previous VOD. Now, there's no template way to do that. That would just be doing that manually, but I could do that. That would get a little irritating with games that have like 20 VODs, but it is something I could do. It's an easily solvable problem. Have it in the stream title. Have what in the stream title? I'm confused by that. I mean, I'm pretty proud of the organization system of the reviews on the website, but I do also like... Why, Trakashi? Like, so just putting a URL in the stream title? Can you even click that? Would you even click that? Also, really quick, I'm not even sure that would be something I would have room for, because the review document looks like that. Like, that's the URL for the review document right there. That's not a short string of text. I could put it in the first VOD. That's a good idea. A lot of people watch only the first and last VODs. As always, anybody who has any thoughts on this, on the VODs, please feel free to share. This is something I've been debating. I want this to be as convenient as possible for you guys. Yeah, I'm hesitant to make a stream title of Review Streams Spirit Tracks docs.google.com/document/DE/KT8LK3LLAK WEO6N-CZESRJNG. Oh my god, I'm not even halfway through this thing. Damn it, hi. Back to the game. I guess I'm sorry. I've spent like the last 2 hours not playing this game. Real talk. Do you think we should add hours to this game? To the top played time of this game? We always add a little bit of played time. Wrong word. We always adjust the played time at the end to try and mitigate things where we stop and don't play the game, or where we fast forward through things, or whatever. That's been a thing I've been doing for years. What I mean. So let me talk this out. Spirit Tracks is kind of unique. It is, to my knowledge, the first game we've covered where we hit... Excuse me. No, that's a lie. It is the third game we've covered where we have just flat out not done a huge portion of time because it was direct content, right? Because it was secondary content or filler content that we felt was a waste of our time. The first was, of course, Starfield and all the exploration bullcrap in that game. The second is Breath of the Wild and the Korok Seeds, and the third is this, and basically everything. I suppose I have sort of answered my question for me there, because we didn't add any time to either of the previous games for that. But we could. That's up to you guys. What do you think? Real question. Like, this is more down to philosophy than anything else. Because, yeah, exactly, Frieza. We usually consider fillers to be tasks, and we usually just don't categorize those, so we kind of have a degree of precedence there. Congrats, Darkrai. That is always one of my favorite types of things to get. It actually wasn't that long, believe it or not, Dark Day. It was only like 40 minutes or something like that. I forget, of course, that was a couple years ago, but like I said, I keep track of that sort of thing. Yes, you can go grind Korok Seeds. We should just call that Korok Seeds. We should just make that the phrase we use for extra filler bullcrap. You can go do the Korok Seeds if you want to. Yeah, Spirit Tracks are a little bit different. That's the reason I'm so stuck on this one. Like, did you notice that there's huge swaths of the rails we didn't unlock? That's because those side quests are where the rails come from. That's what unlocks those. And your reward for doing those is, of course, access to more side quests, which unlocks more rails. It really is kind of the same thing as the Kinstones over in Minish Cap, which we did a decent chunk of. I feel like we did enough of the side quests in Minish Cap to qualify for not having any kind of adjustment needed afterwards. And indeed, Gold Skulltulas will be another example of that when we get there. I don't know. Food for thought. Where am I at in the walkthrough? Because I want to be on with this. I do not want to do this legitimately. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Am I a whole floor off? No. Oh god, I'm nowhere. I'm like 3 floors away from the end of this game. I hate myself. Please kill me. Please kill me. Unknowable name. Listen, listen, listen. I need to contract you for an assassination of me. It's okay. It's assisted suicide. You won't go to jail for it. That's totally how that works. If I give you my written consent to kill me, you're not guilty of committing a crime, right? That's how that works, right? See, that's an extremely valid and very reasonable statement to make, Frieza. I really don't want to spend another 10 hours playing this game. Because that's what that would mean. That is exactly what that would mean. Like, there's a reason the 100% speedrun of this game is double the length of the any percent speedrun. It just takes too long. That's real. Everything takes so long. That's really what it boils down to. Thank you, Unknowable Name, very, very much. Always appreciate. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misread you. I'm sorry. I misread what you just said, Frieza. I apologize. I thought you meant go do 30% of the side quests. I've already given you the estimate. It's 10 hours. Like, I've already done my due diligence on that front. Said that earlier. I've put that towards the Star Fox block, the Final Fantasy Audit, and Xenogears. Thank you again, Unknowable Name, very, very much. As always. So I could just be like, there's 10 extra hours for the extra stuff that probably won't get positives or negatives that I haven't already given. For those of you paying attention, I have actually given 2 positives and I think 2 negatives total across story and gameplay for the side content, because I already spent some time reading up on those and reminding myself of them. So I could just literally just do that. There we go. What am I doing? Puzzle. I mean, I've lost where I'm at in the puzzle design. Where am I at? Okay, that's easy. Let's go ahead and switch the correct item. Oh no, he saw me. I don't know how, but he saw me. He's soaked. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Alright, so. You know, one more time, just for those of you who missed it. Hey, dude. 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 Hey, dude. Oh my god, he saw me! Oh no. No, how could you do this to me now? Oh, he's dead. It's so satisfying watching them struggle as they scream and fall to their death, too. Like, they're like, ah, as they're falling below the sand. No, I'm found now, Frieza. I'm found. I figured out. I really did think you were like, just do the extra content, Lauren. I'm like, but I don't want to. Do I have to? I don't want to eat all my broccoli. Actually, I like broccoli. Bad example. I like Brussels sprouts, too. How's that for weird? Although not raw. I don't like most green vegetables raw. They need to be, you know, steamed or broiled or something. Most powerful usage of the light? Oh, jeez. The reigniting of the Sunwell probably qualifies, Dr. Winter. Oh my god, you killed the bot. Did you really? You did kill the bot. Okay, Zelda, you go do that. I'll be right back. Oh, shoot. Zelda. Zelda, come here. Zelda, help! 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 Where's my murder girlfriend? There you are. See, I don't need my Canadian girlfriend anymore. I've got a princess. So we have a thinger over there. And a thing up there, okay. Just tie him up, would you? No, not literally, Zelda. Oh my god. Zelda, I need you to do your job. Tank! Tank! Can't believe how much of this game is left. We might have actually finished it yesterday. I know it's such a petty thing to be upset about. Oh no, I have to go to dinner early. It does irritate me a little bit when I'm, like, in the outro. Speaking of which, we're cutting off the guessing game pretty soon. When we're in the outro and it's like, oh yeah, by the way. Zelda? Okay, thank you. I mean, honestly, Blade Javal, I feel bad for people who are expecting me to gush about this game, is I think the way I'm going to phrase that. Oh, Jesus Christ, not this crap again! Okay, hang on. Just going to check the walkthrough really quick here. I mean, I can too, Blade Javal. I myself have enjoyed this game before. But, God, it overstays its welcome. Speaking of, where's my negatives? No reason. Yeah, that's what I thought. I hadn't given those negatives yet. Let's do this and then. Nah, let's do this. There we go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A game being short isn't really necessarily the beneficial part. It's a game feeling short. That's the beneficial part. Like, Minish Cap was not a short game. Felt like it. We just zoomed through that. Even Minish Cap stumbled at the end, though. Yeah, Link's Awakening so far is the only truly solid all the way through Zelda game we've covered. Although that was a remaster, so that's probably relevant. It's funny you say that, Darkrai. Given how inconsistent my schedule is right now, thanks to the impending move, I had a random idea as a just-for-fun thing to try and do an estimate. There's our record. Of, as just a for-fun thing. Pick up a game, you know, like go through the Marios or the Mega Mans or the Zeldas, whatever, and play until I don't want to play anymore. See how long each game lasts. Just like as an additional metric. Completely separate from everything else. Like, alright, when does this game not worth playing anymore? Obviously that's me, so that's extremely subjective, but it was something I was just curious about. I might do it off camera if I have access to a computer and not streaming equipment. We'll see. Yeah, something like Mega Man 5, we'd probably go all the way through. Yeah, exactly, Noctis. Try to find the actual sunshine point in a lot of these games. I don't know, it was just an idea that was bouncing around in my head. Functionally, we already are finding the sunshine point. It's just, you know, we're not notating it. But you know me, I like data. Much better than lore. So we finally don't have to go through that freaking lava anymore. Holy crap. here? Okay, whatever. Let's just do this. Zelda, could you come here, please? Like, I could estimate off the top of my head where the sunshine point is in any given game, but only for games I'm particularly familiar with. Right? Like, say, FF4, 5, and 6, I never really hit that point. In FF7, it varies a little bit, but it's usually pretty much right after the Northern Crater, or right after the huge materia sequence, one of those two. Yeah, in FF12, that's easy. The moment we leave to go to Giravegan. It's like the second. In Mega Man 1, it's pretty much the second I hit Iceman stage. Whenever that is. In Mega Man 2, it's when we get to, I want to say Wily 3? Because Wily 1 is actually pretty good. Wily 2 is still alright, but Wily 3 is when the bullcrap really seeps in. And in Mega Man 3, it's the moment we hit the Doc Robot stages. Okay, that was an interesting teleport. Yeah, I was just, I already hit this eye. Figured this out earlier. Why is the walkthrough telling me to do this now? Zelda. Let's see. In Final Fantasy VIII, honestly, it's probably at the final boss, which is just not a particularly good boss fight. And I'm not really invested in the ending to bother. Very true, Blitwell. Very true. If you can push through the first Sunshine Point, sometimes the game gets good again, and then it has another dip. In Mario 64, that's actually tricky, but I would say it's either the moment you go down to the basement or the moment you go up to the upper floors later. One of those two spots is when I just am like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. In Mario World, I'm good all the way through. Mario 3, if I'm doing a no warps run, it's World 5 or 6. If, on the other hand, I'm doing a warps run, I can go all the way through. Mario 2, it's pretty much the moment I hit World 4. And Mario 1, it's the moment I hit World 7. Okay, so we have 3 keys. So we're looking for a staircase. I don't even think I've seen this staircase yet. Is this it? No. Also true, Caspian. So we need some lighting here. Sorry. Sorry, Zelda. Oh, here's what I want. In FF10, ooh, I'd say there's a couple pause points in FF10. But the really big one in FF10 is obviously Mount Gagazet. 3 locked doors. Which door do you think we should take? Third, apparently. Secret of the Stars. Ah! Mount Gagazet is fine, for me, as long as you ignore the gameplay axis. By the way, who's ready to do this entire floor 3 times? I'm being a little facetious. Let me explain this a little bit differently. So, this is getting its own negative. The way this works out is we have to do this floor as each of the 3 dominant types of phantoms. So, we have to do this part of the floor, then go back up, switch to a different phantom, and then do the other side, and then we have to switch to another phantom and do the other side, and then we can actually progress on. Now, remind you, we're functionally on floor 2 of 5 so far. Go, my destructive girlfriend. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? The hell was that, Zelda? I don't know, Chaluto. I don't understand. So, Mount Gagazet is one of several difficulty spikes in the game. There are several. FF10 has an extremely unpleasant and unsmooth difficulty curve. It's usually considered as one of the worst because if you're not ready for Mount Gagazet, it will absolutely kick your teeth in. Even the regular trash there is at the level of some previous bosses. And then you have to fight you-know-who at the top of it, and he is considered one of the biggest breakpoints in the entire game. Most people get stuck on that fight, and for good reason. Then there's the fact that it's really, really long. Even if you have no encounters on, it is a slog just to climb up that mountain. Also, the encounter rate, if you don't have no encounters on, is actually higher than most zones in the game. So if you're playing it normally and don't even have access to Enk done yet, which you probably shouldn't, it's a thing. That's it. That's the reasons. After Gagazet is Jackass, after Jackass is You-Know-Where, and after You-Know-Where is one of the most bullcrappy bosses in the game, for reasons that I don't want to get into right now. But that's okay, because then there's 2 more difficulty spikes after that. One is if you go to the optional dungeon, which will usually kill you with an enemy that is programmed to kill you first attack if you don't have specific gear on. And the second is the actual final dungeon, which is designed as if you've been doing all the optional content, and therefore is yet another colossal jump up in difficulty. I actually know people, personally, who have gotten to the final dungeon and stopped because they could not progress. They just ran into a wall, and they didn't want to go do all the optional stuff to progress. So they quit. Sunshine Point. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just double checking the walkthrough. We are done here at the moment. Just making sure. This door. Suppose I can unlock all these doors while I'm just sitting here. There's no reason not to. I agree that the Sanctuary Keeper is another one of those difficulty spike moments. There are several of those, as I mentioned, in FF10. It doesn't help that most of the time FF10 is actually too easy. Or maybe too easy is the wrong way to phrase that, but what I mean by that is part of the problem with the difficulty curve in FF10 is it's either too hard or too easy. You know what I mean? Even if you're doing a normal playthrough and not min-maxing, you'll just kind of buzzsaw your way through whole swaths of the game and then run into a wall out of nowhere, which you weren't ready for, because why would you be? Nothing in the game has prepared you for the fact that this is going to beat your teeth in. Yeah, fine. Come on, come on. Actually, yeah, Ginkgo, that's a really good analogy. It's like pushing a lawnmower and then suddenly hitting a rock. Ah, right, of course. You insist on wasting my time as much as possible. Why would I assume elsewise? Right, because you're a wrecker. That's my... I even just said we need to swap dudes each time. Let's go swap dudes. That's my fault. I forgot that we have to go swap dudes. Zelda is not a bad enough dude to save the president. Let's see, what other kind of games do we have? So I guess we go through the Zelda. So Zelda 1, I would probably put Zelda 1 down the moment I had to do level 6. Now, for those of you familiar with Zelda 1, you don't have to do level 6 as the 6th stage. In fact, I usually do it as more like the 8th. But the moment I have to go do level 6, yeah, I'm good. So, 2 dungeons from the end in that game. In Zelda 2, yeah, Death Mountain is a really easy spot to put that game down. If you somehow push past Death Mountain, as I showed, the game smooths out considerably until you get to the frickin' bridge. The moment you get to the frickin' bridge, well, screw you. So either way, either Death Mountain or the bridge right before the second to last dungeon and the run. In Link's Awakening, I don't think I have a pause point in Link's Awakening. I think I could push all the way through that game pretty smoothly. Good game. Come on, game. No, don't... Okay. There we go. So for FF7, for me, it's the moment I leave... I actually just said it, didn't I? No, don't stop, Zelda, stop. In Breath of the Wild... See, Breath of the Wild is so non-linear, that's a hard one to gauge. But if I'm being completely honest with myself, I hit that point in Breath of the Wild the moment I leave the plateau. I love the plateau. I love everything about the plateau. And the moment I leave is the moment my enjoyment of that game just kind of immediately and noticeably dips. Not trying to be negative. Just... yeah. Of course there's going to be teleporters here. Why wouldn't there be? Where's the safe? Is there? There's no safe zone up here. I just noticed that. In Oracle of Seasons, oh jeez, I don't want to play Oracle Seasons, so we're just going to say immediately on that one. Well, Ages, I think I would have lasted a lot longer. But I don't think I would have pushed all the way through Ages. It's hard to pick an exact pause point there, though. Die. Okay. Oh, that sounds cool. Why didn't I have that, Ginkgo? In Minish Cap, I think I could play all the way through Minish Cap. Like, the final boss would probably be my pause point there, which is sort of pathetic, but it's true. So at the very least, up to the final dungeon in Minish Cap. In Phantom Hourglass, I'm never playing Phantom Hourglass again, so probably just a non-starter on that one, to be totally honest with you. I'm not trying to be negative, but part of the problem with Phantom Hourglass is it starts bad and then gets a lot cooler. But most of that intro is pretty weak, so it literally kind of starts with a sunshine moment. So, Yoshi's Island, all the way through. Easy answer. Switching over to the Marios for a second. I already said Mario 64. I already said Sunshine. Galaxy 1 all the way through Galaxy 2 is a non-starter because of the controls. But if Galaxy 2 had proper controls all the way through. 3D Land, I'd probably put down somewhere around World 3 or so. That game got pretty old pretty quickly. 3D World, all the way through. Odyssey, all the way through. Odyssey 100%, which I think actually deserves its own category, because I never got tired of Odyssey. So, 100% on Odyssey. And Wonder. Pretty much all the way until the very, 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 very last stage in Wonder, which I guess actually applies to Odyssey as well, now that I'm thinking about it. Do I just need to... Okay, so let's try that instead. Cool, that was a worthwhile usage of my time. How am I... You know what? To the walkthrough. What do you want me to do here? Okay. Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is pretty much up to the last boss, and possibly even including it. Yep, I'm going to make this sand. Pen. We can do the GTAs like this as well. In GTA 3, it's the moment we hit the second island and have to do the capture the cars thing. In Vice City, it's the moment you have to go do all of the really irritating raise the levels of your real estate missions, because all of them suck. In San Andreas, that's a tough one, because there's multiple quit points in San Andreas. It's probably the zero missions, though, being honest. One way or another, the zero missions suck, no matter which version of the game you're playing. No, in Breath of Fire 3, it is the mansion, and the sushi quest, and the desert, and the ship. Oh, poor Breath of Fire 3. Breath of Fire 3 is a good example of what Blade Jamal was talking about, where you could have multiple sunshine moments, or sunshine points in a game. And yeah, then there's the flying missions in San Andreas, all of which suck. So, if you skip the zero missions, then yeah, it's the flying missions, which are not optional. Because screw us. Come on. That's a staircase? Sorry. That just... I legitimately did not know that was a staircase. I got my face, I suppose. Okay. By the way, fun fact, you can gain access to the eyes in these three sections out of order, but if you hit them out of order, then you have to do it over again, because you have to hit them in the correct order, which, yes, means resolving most of each room every time you screw up. Anyways, just thought I'd get that little bit of joy there. Yeah, this is not what I would call a great outro. That up over here. Close that up over here. Exactly, dark right. Damn it, chat. Oh, absolutely a noble name. I will freely admit that what you just labeled was actually almost my pause point in that game. And the only reason I say almost was because sunk cost. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. So a purely narrative sunshine moment. Yeah, as I say, Metal Gear Solid 5 would probably qualify for that pretty well. The basketball scene in FF8 is another good example. I know multiple people who have never beaten that game because of the basketball scene. That's a good point. That would be like a squadron point instead of a sunshine point. Good terminology. I like that. I like that, Noctis. I think Devil May Cry 1's actually pretty decent until they leave the not the Castlevania, excuse me, the Resident Evil stage. The moment you leave the castle, the quality of Devil May Cry 1 goes down pretty substantially. We noticed that on our recent playthrough. It was just like, all right, this is all right. This is all right. Oh, okay. Okay, so now we want you over here. Let's see, what are some other squadron points I can think of? Yeah, Devil May Cry 3, there actually is a sunshine point in Devil May Cry 3, which I usually forget about. It's when you have to go back up the tower. You remember that? Even in the highlight reel, I just showed the entire footage of the several hours of going back up the tower again. And that just... yeah. And then in Devil May Cry 5, I don't think I have a sunshine or a squadrons point in Devil May Cry 5. I think 5 is good all the way through. Gotta go swap phantoms again. Because of course we do. We're still on the same floor. How long have we spent on this freaking floor now? I think I need the red guy. What? Zelda. Zelda's trying to get me killed here. We are definitely not emulating this. Wink! I would never, ever think to emulate a game. That would be incredible. But the emulator we're using is called Melon DS. It is, in my experience, one of the most reliable and useful emulators out there. However, I do actually have... so, the way I used to play this was on this. But my first time playing this, I actually played on this. Thank God I'm emulating, because there are several sections of this game that are so much smoother when I don't have to deal with the mic, right? I mean, the inverse of the sunshine point is usually just notating the negative, as you say, early game hell, and then mentioning it as the point at which the game gets good. I suppose you could argue, like, we don't really have a term for that, do we? Because there's the sunshine point and the squadrons point, and then there's Mystic Quest effect, which is when a game ends and begins well, but has a bunch of boring filler in the middle. You could also call that Kingdom Hearts syndrome. But I don't think we have a term for a game that starts bad and then has a get good point. And I think we all know the perfect thing to call that. That would be Final Fantasy XIV syndrome. Everyone in chat, no! Search your feelings. You know it to be true. No, Bumbleday. We're trying to do the games in review order, so games that have similar gameplay styles next to each other. And then, in addition to that filter, I'm also filtering them by what I consider to be the bad games, building up to the good games. So, for example, the next game we're playing is Four Swords Adventures, which actually came up before this, and has nothing to do with this narratively speaking, but is still a 2D Zelda, and is better than this. Yeah, FF10-2 has the squadron point during the opening cutscene. No sunshine point, though. I never got tired of FF10-2's gameplay. Not once. Hell, I knew Game Plus that game a lot back in the day. Okay, so upper left first, it looks like. Zelda. Zelda! Well, so far we've only had 2 games that have been below 0 in terms of score. Bumblebee, those are, try to be surprised, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. But the rest of these are more bad for Zelda games, you know what I mean? Like, Zelda games tend to be high quality, so a game that only scores like a 30 or a 50 or whatever is considered low. Like, Breath of the Wild got an 80, for example, whereas Link's Awakening was in the hundreds. Okay, so... Zelda, there you go. Having said that, I did make one big mistake. I had no idea Minish Cap was going to be as good as it was. Otherwise, I probably would have put Minish Cap after this. So, that's just a screw up on my part. Not that Minish Cap has anything to do with the next game we're playing, but that would have been amusing too. Okay, I think we're finally ready to leave floor 27. We've only been here for like 20 minutes. So the reason that happened was because Zelda was so slow in reaching us. And remember, you must gather your party before venturing forth. Personally, I think she's happy to be defending us, especially since she has no knowledge of any of the other Zeldas, Vandalia. Like, I don't think there's a other way around, because it's a different Zelda, different Link. Floor 26. Hey, she's definitely having fun. Speaking of, Zelda, go kill everything for me, please. Thank you. I hope he'll be an engineer, Darkrai. But only you can decide that. Also, both of them end up with him not being with Zelda, which is just bullcrap. I can say that. Nintendo really needs to get over this will they, won't they thing with these two. Like, I don't mind these two not ending up as a couple, but if you're going to go that route, then don't make them a couple, you know? It's not complicated, people. Into the corner. Into the corner. Into the corner. For purposes of this discussion, Zelda qualifies as a corner. Actually, apparently she doesn't. The game does not like that. You see how that was glitching out? I cannot imagine a world in which I would play Four Swords, Vandalia. There's nothing worthy or noteworthy about such a game. Also, I don't own it. So that's a bit of an impediment as well. It's okay, there's only one of them, right? It's okay, there's only two of them, right? It's okay. There's only three of them. Not really, Bladejaval. The regular Four Swords, which... this is the last time I'm going to talk about this, because it's so unworthy of discussion that I don't feel there's anything worth discussing, was a mini-game that they tacked on to the GBA port of Link to the Past. It was a short little dungeon and a mini-game, and it was like, oh my god, and there's totally, like, Vati from Four Swords, or sorry, from Minish Cap. It's totally relevant. He's totally significant. Oh my gosh. Buy this on the GBA. And that was it. Zelda, could you not be useless for 5 seconds, please? Zelda! God damn it! I might actually die here. And I've lost the screen. I've lost the screen. Oh, Jesus. And I have no heals. What's the heal song again? That's true. It was actually before Minish. So it's like, hey, here's Vati for no reason. Either way, point being, asking me to review Four Swords is kind of like asking me to review a wallpaper. I don't really see like there's a lot of reason or point behind doing so. I heap scorn and venom upon it. Not the least of which being the fact that it is legitimately and directly responsible for one of the reasons why people have been so confused about Four Swords Adventures for so many years. Now we'll be playing Four Swords Adventures, which you'll be hearing me refer to as Four Swords henceforth. Yeah, exactly, Geludo. That's pretty much exactly what I was just whining about. Yeah, you know what? Here's the multiplayer mode in Phantom Hourglass. Okay, there you go. There was your Four Swords review. Hope you enjoyed that. We are absolutely not playing the GBA version of LTTP. Would anyone like to guess why? I mean, there's actually several reasons. Unstoppable when you put us together. We can take on any monster! Think this is our last battle? Yep. Finally, let's take those stairs. Well, the music is worse, but there's actually a really very specific reason. I can actually demonstrate very, very quickly here. If you give me a moment. Controls aren't great either. That's another problem. The screen crunch isn't great either. It's basically a worse port in every way, but even ignoring the fact that it's an inferior version in literally every way, there is one last reason why. Don't worry, I know you can't see it. You don't need to. God damn it, game. Can I seriously not skip this? Unskippable cutscenes, that's another reason to not review this version. Jesus. It's already 2 negatives that the original would not get. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, that palette. Oh, that's ice hearing. Just give me like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, please. Please, just 2 more minutes. I'm good for it, I swear, I swear. There's the guard that was voiced by my sister. And the other guard that was voiced by me. The only voice I actually did for the LTTP theater. Down here, we of course have our uncle, who was voiced by Dream Whisper, who did a great job of that. And this is why you don't need to see it to understand this negative. For some reason, for some logical thought process unbeknownst to man, they decided to add to every single swing in LTTP. This would be bad in general, but you have to understand, in LTTP, you do this a lot because of the nature of how the combat's structured, how the bosses are designed, how the enemies are designed, and how your weapon works. So that's 4, I think, ways in which a review of this game would be substantially worse than a review of the SNES version of the game. And we'd probably double up the negative of the audio spamming there as well. Because that's pretty bad. Listen, Bregman, I'm going to need you to voice all the characters in the next rewrite. You're okay with that, right? One of these days we need to decide if we're pronouncing it Zand or Zande, too. I prefer Zand, but they do say his name once ever in the history of the universe, and they did pronounce it Zande when they said that. That's not a joke. They have said that name out loud once. It's in FF14. And they normally don't say it out loud in FF14 because most of his stuff is non-voice acted. Thanks for that, FF14. But when they do finally say it, which is actually during Endwalker of all things, they say Zande. Or Zonde, or God, I can't remember now. I forget how they do the A, but the E is A. You know what I mean. What do I need to do here? What's the goal here? Zande. Yeah, I think you're right. Wait, what is Refia voiced? Although that'll be interesting when we get there. Hey, Scant. Or Scante. Oh yeah, Refia is in WoF. It also means, the third Final Fantasy VI character to ever get voiced was Celeste. And then Edgar, for that matter. It's also how I know it's pronounced Celeste, consequently, is because of World of Final Fantasy. Sorry. This is where elite phantoms hang out. Whoa! Ritzy. I need to hurry, I need to hurry, I need to hurry! Oh god! That's the opposite of hurrying! He actually slowed down. Did you see that? He actually slowed down. Asshole. Why don't you swing your sword? There's this thing. It's called controls. I know you've never heard of them before because you're Nintendo, one of the developers and game designers who invented the concept of good controls. Obviously, controls existed before Nintendo, but let's be real for a second. Have you played any of that crap? Have you played ColecoVision? Have you ever sat down and played a Commodore 64 or an Atari? Those controls sucked. The NES controller, for being one of the worst controller ever of modern controllers, is nevertheless one of the better controllers of its era. It was polished sand instead of regular sand. But no, instead you've decided, I've got an idea. Let's piss off everybody so that way we can fulfill our mandate to have a gimmick. Give me your soul, right now. Give me that. Give me that soul. It's mine. Jackass. And now what? That's right, we have to stop gaming piracy. You don't understand. I mean, yeah, the NES controller was a brick. It was not comfortable. We put up with it because what the hell else were we gonna do? I mean, there's worse on the NES. Have you seen all of, like, the third-party or even second-party controllers for the NES? Because those things are even worse. Remember that, like, giant arcade stick-looking thing? The first controller to be glass. That's okay. So we've got obviously water, but wouldn't glass be a step down from sand and not up? Is he seriously not gonna? Yeah, but the whole point is drinking, Julito. So if you're drinking glass, that sounds unpleasant. Please? There we go. There we go. Mud. That's a good idea. So we've got sand, then we've got mud. And yeah, the first actual water would probably be the SNES or the Mega Drive controller. The SNES controller was actually surprisingly solid for what it was. Like, that's a decent controller now. There's a reason why several third-party controller things like 8-Bit Do still emulate the SNES controller. I barely used the original Xbox controller, so I can't really speak to that. Oh, is this it? Oh my god, this is it. This is it. We're done with the freaking tower. Okay. God damn. I gotta be honest, I was just kind of in a fugue state there. I just sort of stopped remembering that I was playing a game at several points in this because holy crap! Okay. So, that was our last dungeon. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, you're probably eager to be done with this song. Let me finish typing up elsewhere. I don't know, the N64 controller is like... Well, in my perspective, it would be alcohol. Like one of those really fruity drinks they insist doesn't taste like alcohol, but totally does. And you just kind of put up with it because your friend is insistent that this is just this great drink, you gotta try it. Look! It's the compass of light! And the forest rail started to glow ominously. We have to go to the Dark Realm. But it's okay, we never, ever, ever have to do this goddamn thing. Oh no! That's it! Scant. That's it. The N64 is Sunny D. How many of you even had Sunny D? Of course I have, Spartan. It's one of the more basic drinks. I've tried esoteric drinks. So, for those of you who haven't had Sunny D, Sunny D is this really caustic, throat-hurty, powdery drink that's pretending to be orange juice. It's not the worst drink ever, right? Like, it's okay, sure, whatever. But it's not good, and it's clearly pretending to be something it isn't. And that's the N64 controller in a nutshell. Yeah, Sunny D is sugar with acid added to it. No, not the drug. Like, you know, literally citric acid added to it. The GameCube controller is awesome. It was one of my favorite controllers until the PS3 showed up and the Switch, but still probably my third favorite controller. Maybe my fourth. I'll go with fourth favorite controller overall. It's a great controller. So, that would be seltzer water, probably. Okay, let's go do the actual final encounter stuff, of which I believe there's functionally 3? I don't know, it kind of depends on how you define it. Oh god, I remember the first time I discovered that orange juice wasn't. That was a weird day. needed that music. I mean, yeah, like, you know what I mean, right? The orange juice you get in the grocery store, that's not orange juice, really. It's kinda lying. You squeeze an orange, you drink that, that's orange juice, and that's legit. If you're lucky, you might have a place local that actually makes orange juice. We actually happen to have one of those here. So let's see, then we've got, PS3 controller is like, really, like, it's one of the best controllers out there, in my opinion. It's really well-flavored. Insert drink you like here. Like, it's not just a normal, typical example of that drink. It's like the best of that particular type of drink. Whatever it is you're into. That's up to you. For me, it would be really good seltzer water, for example. Like a solid cranberry lime polar, for example. PS4 controller is still good. I don't think it's quite as good as the PS3, but it's a microscopic difference. So PS4 also very good. PS5 controller is very good, but I will never actually use one because getting it to work on the only thing I needed to work on, the PC, was such a huge hassle that I eventually gave up on it, if you remember. We did that earlier this year. That didn't work out. Thankfully, I was able to return the damn thing. Yeah, it's also rather expensive. I did like the X-Bone controller for what it was worth. It just also didn't work and requires batteries. So, like, a good drink that's irritating or overpriced, that would be that. PS5 is a good drink that's overpriced. The Switch is just pure joy being poured down your throat. And the Wii U controller would also be really high up there, too. I've never actually used a 360 controller. Or, let me walk that back. I wanted to buy a 360 controller once, specifically for emulation, instead of the PS3 stuff I use nowadays. Couldn't get one new. They weren't selling them new anymore. So I tried to get one that was used. And by golly, it was used. It was really hard getting a hold of one that wasn't junk, or literally had, like, gunk in it. The buttons were sticky. I just had so many. I tried like 3 separate attempts to get a used Xbox 360 controller, and all of them had something wrong with them. It was quite unpleasant. So I gave up on that. Oh, look, in front. Yeah, no, I see it. I'm not blind, Zelda, thanks. Who knew this was so close to home? Listen, Princess Zelda and Laura, you two must gather your courage and proceed into the dark realm. Oh, I'm chopping off guessing game probably in about 5 minutes. So, if you haven't gotten your guesses in, this is a good time for it. So this is the dark realm. Now, we've had a Dark World allegory or thing in several examples of the game before, but this is, well, it's a thing. Now, you may or may not have noticed I'm about to die. By the way, look at how fast the armored trains are here. So what we have to do is we have to get these tiers of light, and we have to kill all the trains here. Thing is, they're pretty fast. Oh, by the way, I like how this camera finally zooms out for these sequences. They are way too fast. I think we might already have screwed up to the point where we might have issues here. Find out in a second. Yep. Okay, no, that's okay. We can work with that. We can work with that. Because they can turn around. Unfortunately, we cannot. Well, we can do this. I wasn't 100% sure if the tiers respawned, which is why I stayed quiet for that Frieza, because I was like, wait, hold up. Do they respawn? Are we screwed? This section can suck, though, trust me. But we're going to do our best to de-suckitude it. Although, in the interest of testing, you know what we should do? Save. Although it's too late now, because he is right on my ass. And die! Let's see if it retains progress. Pretty sure there's no checkpoints, but it's been a while. Almost 10 years now. No checkpoints. If you screw up at all, you have to redo the entire sequence. I was right. Welcome to hell. See, the shame of it is this feels like this should be a Hyper Beam moment. In fact, it was probably intended to be a Hyper Beam moment. We can finally kill these stupid trains, right? Hurry. God, those things are fast. Yeah, so as I've mentioned a few times, these games, both of them, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, are console locked. If you were lucky enough to get them back in the day when the Wii U shop was open, you could have gotten them on the Wii U. But otherwise, it's DS or bust. Which means, right now, it's DS or bust. There's no alternative. So, yay for console locking. Fun fact, I actually, someone was pointing out something to me in one of my highlight reels. I think it was for Diddy Kong Racing, where I specifically mentioned how frustrating it is how Nintendo won't port their stuff forwards. Oh, god damn it. Specifically regarding Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario 2. So I take full credit for that, is what I'm trying to say. Also, this is a little bit repetitive of a song to be playing for this section. Like, this is basically the invincibility theme from Mario Brothers, but playing a little bit too long. So this is just a weird song in general. No, that's right. God damn it. That is true, Noctis. It would take work. I was thinking about this last night, though. How many games have gotten remasters, good remasters, or remakes on the Switch that otherwise would have taken work? Have you noticed that? There's a bit of a trend. I may have talked about this before, forgive me, because I was talking to it about a friend last night, and I tend to mix up conversations in my head. But I legitimately feel like part of the reason we've gotten so many good remasters and remakes on the Switch is because it's the Switch. It's easier to greenlight a project for the Switch because of the Switch Boost. There are so many Switch copies out there. There's such a huge saturation of how many Switches there are that people are substantially more likely to buy a remaster, and therefore the suits are more likely to say, yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and do it. So we got the Link's Awakening remaster, we got the Thousand Year Door remaster, we got the Super Mario RPG remaster, and I know I'm missing some. That's a bad idea. And I know I'm missing some other, but yes, and yeah, the Switch is currently, as of right now, the third best-selling console of all time. Let's see where this takes us. Okay, that's... Okay, I can work with that. Okay, we apparently get one shot at this. So hopefully my timing was good. Left! Okay, that one's done. Slow down a little bit. So we need... Oh, jeez. I'm going to indulge in a save state, because I really don't want to do this again. So I'm going to want to go... I guess it doesn't matter, really. If they don't turn around, this should be fine. It's actually going to be a lot closer than it should be. Oh, jeez. Hang on. Nope, I can't make it. Alright, so we're going to skip this route. Don't take control away from me when I really need it. Okay. Little close, but we managed it. Gonna take another save state. I am now closing down the guessing game. Cola somewhere up ahead in the dark. You're the only one who could stop his rampage. You'll be an engineering legend if you pull it off. Not my highest priority right now, but cool. Wish me luck. This is the hard one, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh no, maybe it's the next one that's hard. This is a 3-stage final boss, and this is stage 1. Damn it, a noble name. I love that game so much. I'll give them this. Unlike the damn boat, this is actually a proper boss battle with unique mechanics and gameplay and all kinds of stuff. It's a shame I have to control it this way. Oh, Jesus. But at least it's its own thing. God damn it. My biggest complaint is I don't have a camera control, which would really help right about now. I can't stop it! Oh, we're dead. Why did you say that, Rex? So let's see how our checkpointing is, shall we? No. No. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. I was gonna be livid. Oh, man. And yes, as was pointed out, we're doing this with 4 health, so as usual, we're being punished for not doing the grindy side stuff. You're always gonna have the mandatory poison swamp, or not. Okay. Do give hearts. Good. I like how the camera's just pointing towards it without my wanting it to. So it's a good thing I'm paying attention. Otherwise I'd probably be dead. Yeah, he brake checked me. In a diesel engine. A giant-ass diesel engine. Yeah, no, if the minimap wasn't there, I would be screwed. Yeah, pro tip, unless you are very, very certain in yourself, you ever brake check someone in real life? There's a non-zero chance all it's going to result in is a fender bender. Like you're essentially gambling that they're paying enough attention and that their brakes are good enough to not hit you. That's assuming they actually decide not to hit you anyways. Committing insurance fraud, maybe consider not doing that. Pro tip. Never do a Saints Row activity as a legitimate stratagem in real life. Game? Okay, thank God. Okay, that was phase 1. Phase 2, by memory, is the hard one. So, are we an engineer or a warrior? I know, weird question, but what do you think, chat? Are we an engineer or are we a warrior? No, you do actually have to pick one. Yeah, no, that is much better. That's a much better execution of the same idea back in Phantom Hourglass. I like that. Plus the gameplay. Oh man, I'd play the crap out of that Dark Ray. I'm here an engineer. Let's go with engineer. Once we defeat Malladus, all of this can end. We can also flip for it if you'd prefer. The Master Sword's at the bottom of the ocean in this timeline, so that makes sense. I shall accompany you from here on. Were you just sitting in the passenger train while we were fighting all that crap earlier? It's too dangerous for just the two of you. But your wounds from our battle are still fresh, and what's to come will be very demanding. It's my turn now, Master. It's the least I can do. We got this. Yes, Engine, it's time for you. Yeah, have you noticed, by the way, I was actually thinking about this. I figured out at least part of why this Zelda works. It's because she's written to be like Midna. Her connection to Link, the dynamic between the two, and her general demeanor, it's not one-to-one, of course. She's her own character. But in terms of puzzle piece, in terms of the place and the narrative that she fills, she's the same as Midna. She's her companion character. Like, you know, Navi, or Fi, or whoever else. She just happens to be a really good one. Lure and I can take care of them. After all, it's just Malladus and Cole. It'll be a piece of cake. You should stay behind too, Byrne. You're both too injured to help us now. You're all worthless! As you wish, my dear. It's up to you two, then, Lure and Zelda. May the spirits be with you. What? Oh. I can do no more. You must go forth on your own. Yeah, we just told you that, dude. Jesus Christ. Alright, it's time for us to go, Lure. We got this. Oh, one last thing before we go. Once we put all this ugliness behind us, we'll both resume our normal lives. When that happens, what are you going to do? Are you a warrior or an engineer? Alright, fine. Engineer. I see. Well, I think we can go now, Laura. If you're wondering, it changes the ending slightly. It basically changes one scene. Her ancestors would be proud of her. Yes, Tetra would, I'm sure. I actually saw someone insist that her name was Zelda back in Wind Waker, which I feel like it's an example of dead naming. Like, she even insists in Phantom Hourglass, don't call me that, my name is Tetra. You've gone far enough, Cole. This is where it ends. You again? Demon King's return is nigh, you know. Yet here you are, making a nuisance of yourselves. You insolent little fools! Time you receive the punishment you deserve. So this is a puzzle battle, and by all accounts, the hard one, at least by memory. We'll see how this goes. Your Majesty, your resurrection is complete. Please use your power to destroy these two. Thank you kindly. Oh god, I forgot there's a musical section in the final battle. Is it lure? So here's our goal. Reach Malladus. Really, that's the goal. Let's see how we do. One moment. I'll go and give you a proper view here so you can see what's going on. I don't remember how to deal with that. There we go. No, 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 no. Zelda! God damn, woman. Keep going, Zelda. Keep going, Zelda. Keep going, Zelda. I just realized I'm doing this without any potions, so this might actually suck. God damn it, game! So much, I really do. I can't even move! Alright, let's pop that heal. Yeah, if the mice reach her, that's what triggers the mind control, by the way. If you're paying attention. I don't think boomerang works, but just to try it. First I'll get hit, because I'm trying the boomerang. Okay, boomerang does work, holy crap. I think I knew that. You're fine, Zelda, keep going, keep going. Well, now you're not fine. Keep going, Zelda. Keep God damn it! Zelda, I really need you to suck slightly less, please. No, go up, not... I hate this. I hate this so much. You notice we're losing progress 100%? Like, we have not actually gained progress in 3 reps now. It gives us arrows because we need them for the final thing here, but I don't know why it's not giving me anything more useful. Go, Zelda. Go, Zelda! Zelda! Go! You stupid twit! God damn it! No! God damn it, I'm like right there. I'm right there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, we didn't lose complete progress. We just lost most of our progress. God damn it, game! We're about to find out how the checkpoints work in this. Pause. I need everything to be not behind this right now, so I'm not accidentally clicking any other windows. That keeps happening. That's an emulation issue, I'll give you that. But this whole thing controls like ass, so whatever. I don't know, try to be shocked that this game has control issues. God damn you to hell. Go! Why are you so terrible? Why do you suck at everything? You are the most worthless Zelda in the history of the Zelda franchise. And that's saying something. I'm not walking into that last section with no health and no healing. So let's find out about those checkpoints, shall we? Well, looks like there was a checkpoint. And a no unskippable cutscene. I really like unskippable cutscenes right before the last battle. It's just, it brings joy to my dead, desiccated heart. Listen, Dragon Player, all I'm saying is that this Zelda, if she literally died, I would be okay with that. I would watch her corpse be slowly torn to shreds by beetles. Ravenous, blood-sucking beetles that tear her limb from limb until there's nothing left but a pile of offal. Dunno. Just for you, Frieza. I'm gonna admit I don't get that reference, Dakota. That's horrifying, Dakota. Holy crap. Oh, Zelda. Stop being worthless, Zelda. Oh yeah, if at any time you accidentally... So let's talk about all the things this gets wrong. Any screw-up is horrifically punished. When the platforms transition, they stun you for a second, leaving her vulnerable. The enemies have no such hesitance, of course. He's constantly throwing his mind control crap at her. When the mind control trap gets anywhere near her, and I mean anywhere near her, she immediately stalls and stuns. If you at any point get above her, you get hit by the laser, which also knocks you back. If he actually manages to grab her, he mind controls her, which is not only irritating to get rid of, but also costs you significant progress northwards. Jackass. So unlike the train fight, that fight sucks. Your Majesty! You won't escape this time, Malladus. Release me! Lure, be careful! Don't worry about me, just get away from Malladus! Not a chance. Not in a minute, little one. Lure? Lure! Please open your eyes, Lure. Nah, we're dead, yo. It's okay, now we could both be dead, Zelda. This is what happens when you pick I don't know. You're both dead. Very intimidating looking. You got the thing? Stop that! That vessel belongs to His Majesty. Quickly, Your Majesty. We must hurry back to Zelda's body. Isn't this working? You cannot give up now. Your body has the sacred power of the spirits. Now concentrate on reclaiming it. How did you get here? We were on a train that left behind your... You know what? I don't even care. After all, did you say you wanted to have words with me? There really is a power in my body. Please let it hear me. Tetra. Please. Oh, they actually called her the right name. Please give me your blessing. Tetra's like, I got you, fam. Go now, right now. You catching her isn't going to make that hurt less. I'm just saying. Am I back? Yes, you have to go to the bathroom again, Zelda. I'm sorry. On the plus side, breathing. So he's dead. Oh, bravo, Your Majesty, bravo. The time is short, Your Majesty. Please do away at the bar and capture Zelda. He needs a body for that, you idiot. What did you think was going to happen? You just saw him kill a minion that failed him. What do you think he was going to do to you? Idiot. Ganon reference. This vessel is rejecting my spirit. I'm slipping from it. I can't hold on for long. But the world will crumble in the time I have left! And yeah, this is a true one-winged angel. He is functionally dying right now. His body is disintegrating. But you know what? Screw you. Come on, Laura, let's settle this once and for all. By getting a save state, just in case, because I am not doing that again. I'm going to concentrate... Oh, hang on. I'm channeling my power. While I do that, protect me from Malladus. Okay, I can do that. What if I have my healing song again? It'd be worth trying. Okay, no healing song. Cool. We're dead. Whip does not work at all. I really hope we have a checkpoint here because we're about to die. I love controls. I love democracy. The power you give me, I will let down. Or put away, or however that... Look, I'm evil, okay? I'm taking over the galaxy. You're gonna live with it. That's just how this is. And yeah, each time you start over if it's not obvious. God damn it. Do you have to start over from the beginning each time, Zelda? I don't even remember how long this is. I remember being stuck here for like 10 solid minutes. And I was like doing well enough to keep getting hearts back so I wouldn't die. But, you know, not well enough to progress. We lose because I spend a bunch. God, his get-up animation is so slow. He takes a solid presidential election to get up from being knocked down. He's slower with getting up than she is with casting this spell. Look at this. That's a failure. If you're hit at all, it is a failure. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. In a real game, yeah, I'm going to say it that way, this would actually be kind of interesting. Because, you know, swing, 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 keep stuff off. But, well, that was me attempting a non-spinning swing just now, and you could see how that worked out. I think we're about to find out how the checkpointing is on this, because they've stopped dropping hearts, and I can't do a normal swing to save my life, literally. So we're stuck with spinning swings. Which means I'm going to have to just pray on that final volley, because I have no other strategy. I cannot reliably swing. And that's failure. Yeah, let me just stab him a few times. Here's me stabbing. My favorite part is if she gets hit, it takes your health away. Which I suppose makes a degree of sense, but is still bullcrappy enough that I'm irritated by it. Damn it. Honestly, even if the controls were good, this would not be a good final boss fight, for pretty much the same reason it isn't in Drakengard. At least in Mario & Luigi 2, they did something with that, and it was building upon existing mechanics in a way that was interesting. And notice they really are no longer, and we're dead. Giving us hearts is what I was trying to say. Oh, game! Really? Well, let's see where our mid-mission checkpoint is, shall we? I don't even know where the nearest vendor is to actually buy, like, anything. I guess here? I don't know. And of course, Beetle's on the other side of the universe right now. I honestly have no idea, Chill Pangolin. What you're looking at is what happens when you're already working on another game, another full-time, you know, large-scale, mainline Zelda production, and you were given a mandate: make the game controllable from the stylus. And you probably are sick of making this game by the time you get to the final boss. That's why outros usually suck, as Jaluta pointed out earlier. Statistically speaking, most outros suck. That's the norm, and at least in part because by the time you're at the end of the project, you just want the project over with. A feeling I can sympathize with right about now. Can we speed this up a little bit, please? Just a little bit. I know you can't go very fast because you suck. Funny. God, what is Beetle doing? Look at him. Oh, yeah, me too, Psycloud. One thing I liked about the Switch is that its gimmick barely mattered for anything ever. There are a few games, a few game developers. There are a few games which have been made with pretty much exactly that mindset in mind, Rex. You start off, right? You figure out what you're doing, you learn the tools, you learn the system. And then once you... Oh God, we start with 3 hearts. And once you've got it all nailed down, you're like, okay. Are any of these a shop? Oh, thank God, a shop. Okay. Wow, those are some terrible options. And I'll go and buy this. Right now. And I'll buy a second one. But yeah, the Switch had a gimmick. And yeah, it's like the, I don't even know what they call it, the haptics thing, right? Yeah, the HD rumble or whatever the hell it was. I believe it was Cycloud, which sort of makes my point for me. Okay, fine, I'll check that out. What? What? I'm gonna get backup potions. It's not those. Although I guess I could. Whoops, wrong button. What? Yeah, no. I'm not taking pictures of dark trains, thanks. Fine, I'll get the red potions. I was gonna get purple potions as backup. You know what? No, I think I am gonna stick with purple potions. But yeah, if you remember, like, think back to the Switch's launch trailer. The launch trailer was, like, really leaning hard on the gimmicks. And then all of those were thrown out the window almost immediately. As they should have been. Okay, Beetle's right there. Good. Yeah, the 1-2 switch. God. I mean, hell, even the DS. How many DS games really controlled with the stylus and didn't just use it as, like, an occasional thing to interact with the menu in? For the most part, most DS games didn't control with the stylus. Because why would they? That's stupid. Oh god, he's going a route I don't have. Beetle! Beetle! Oh, you asshole. You asshole. He's like, oh, you need stuff, huh? I'll come down to you. I'm up here, you jackass! And yeah, there were motion controls in the Switch one. Which crept their way into a couple of games. Like, even Odyssey has a joy control thing for, like, a little optional boost when you're doing, like, the quintuple jumps. Oh my god, and now I'm going so slow I'm gonna miss him. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? Beetle, you get your ass over here right now. I swear to god. Okay, I caught him. Jesus Christ. What's that? Oh, it's another treasure. How was Beetle? Like, I know Yumfa, or however you pronounce that, is kind of meme-tastic, but how did they squeeze Beetle into Dark Souls? Yeah, by the way, the last heart piece is just spend 5,000, well, 5,100 rupees at his shop. And that's the last heart piece. Oh god, hollowed beetle. So, how many of you in chat think we're about to fight Cole again? That'll learn me to respond to a patron. Oh my god. I can't actually check my inventory on Noble Name, so the only way to check... Yeah. We'll check. At this point, I'm already livid at this game. It's taken probably about 3 hours, at least longer than it should have. Actually, there's no speeding up the train. There's increasing its health. Okay, so we have our health, and we have our potions. Very valid question. Thankfully, death of the train apparently doesn't mean death of us. Sorry for ruining an otherwise good song, but honestly, can we just get on with this, please? Alright. Can I get a drum roll for this? Because I'm really curious if we're going to have to do the bullcrap fight again or not. Oh my god, not only do I have to do the bullcrap fight again, we have to do this whole cutscene again. Right, I have to actually click to progress the cutscene, because of course I freaking do. Wow, this means there's another unskippable cutscene after the upcoming fight. We'll go dunno again. Yeah, we already hit the sunshine point earlier, but I think we've officially defined a much worse sunshine point. Oh yeah, I suppose I haven't updated the HUD lately. I was kind of doing that on purpose. But I legitimately intended to update the HUD before now, like right before the guessing game was locked in. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it right now, so here's our current score. A little more dramatic that way, but here we are. Guess how many of those negatives are for the outro? Give you a hint. It's not a small number. It's not Mass Effect 3 bad, but wow. Go, Zelda. Go, Zelda. Go, Zelda. Zelda, go. Why are you not going? Zelda! Figures I already had my perfect run of this. I disagree with the fact that if I'm hit while my boomerang's in the air... Zelda, could you suck less? If my boomerang's in the air, it actually... and I get hit, my boomerang just magically despawns. Go, Zelda. Go. Go. Stop standing around, thinking about bonbons, whatever stupid thing you're doing, and go forwards. God damn you. God damn you. God damn you. God damn you. I hope God himself comes down and damns you. Whoever made this game. Go. Go. Oh, you son of a bitch. My favorite part, you know why it worked out so well last time? I'd like to be like, oh yeah, skill. No, it was luck. Sometimes when I swing my sword, what happens is my sword swings. It's a semi-infrequent event, though. Doesn't always work that way. But if I actually swing my sword when I'm trying to, generally speaking, it works out pretty well. I hate you. I hate you. You are scum. You are so scum. You are so garbage that I think you're actually qualified to run for President of the United States. Zelda, what are you doing? What's worse, the beam noise or the hee-hee that plays every millisecond? You are quite wrong, Mr. Red. Yeah, a whole potion wasted on this trash. Zelda, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why, Zelda? Why do you exist? Why do you exist? Hang on. Anyways, so then we didn't finish Spirit Tracks. I'm not even YouTubing it. I'm not. I do not care. Did not complete. Fuck this game. No cheats this time. I checked. You know, that's a good question, Tacleta. I don't know. Yeah, there's a flute section right at the end. Don't worry, I haven't actually quit the game. Not because I love the game or I care about it or anything like that. But because I'm too much of a professional to not do my freaking job. That being said, I don't think it's going to raise the score. Can control negatives. And you know, I stand behind that firmly. This is the worst controlling game I've ever played in my life. It also mandates you use those terrible, terrible controls quickly and precisely. And ultimately, if the controls are crap, but the game was designed around those controls, I legitimately think I wouldn't do much. Like, I wouldn't give that many negatives for it. Because, as weird as it sounds, you can work around terrible controls. You can have terrible controls and then, like, okay, it's whatever, right? But when you have terrible controls and then you require Zelda-level boss design or Zelda-level puzzle design, you get this. I'm actually trying to think of an example, because I know I've played games that just have terrible controls, but the game isn't super precise, so who cares, right? Or the game isn't particularly punishing, so who cares? But for some reason, I can't think of it right now. No, I do not agree with Skyward Sword. Screw the Ghirahim fights. You know what? Actually, Superman 64. That's not a bad example. Although Mega Man Legends did not complete. They were perfect in every way, Cycloud. 10 out of 10. They were better than this game's controls, I could say that objectively. You know, it's telling how annoying this fight is even when you're tassing. Like, look at this for a second. Really look at this. This is the fight with task-level precision. That is nonsense. Yeah, that's pretty much straight out of Mega Man X7. precisely, but whatever, I suppose. Apologize. Not a lot I can do about it. I was thinking about it. I think I would give this final fight 1 negative. Just 1. If it was with real controls, because this is still not a super great final fight. But 1 negative is a lot more preferable than 4. His hand. It's combined. You notice I didn't even load state. I just save stated, which gave me the safety net I needed. So, then we have to flute. Now, I'm actually going to indulge in a save state here because I want to test something. Okay. Jesus, look at that. So that's what. Yeah, I'm gonna see what happens if we screw up. It's telling that it doesn't even know how to deal with this. Alright, so what happens? It just locks you here. It's just like every other flute section. It just locks you here until you do it right. Do it again. And again. We could just be soft locked here. It is possible, especially if we're playing this on a 3DS, to reach this point and just be stuck here. And just that's your game. This absolutely deserves another negative. I think that was a fail right there. Nope, we actually did it. Holy crap. Yeah, by the way, time. Oh, that's right. We actually do have one last phase. I forgot about that. That actually angers me. Why can't this game end? Do you not know what an ending is? You distract Mouse. When I see an opportunity, I'll shoot him in the back. Yeah, hang on. Let me get another save state. Because this is the eternal game. Now, over here, big boy. As a reminder, we have no method of healing right now. Try the song. Holy crap, we actually got a refill of the Song of Healing. Somewhere in that nonsense. I believe that is actually time. Nope, I'm still wrong. Why don't you end? Why don't you end? Why is this still going? I'm getting confused by this at this point. Yeah, now we gotta do that whole sequence 2 more times. Already used up my healing, as a reminder. Like, this is supposed to be kind of a victory lap thing, just like the Ganon fight in Breath of the Wild, which I know it's actually the other way around, but whatever. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Bull crap, game. Not allowed to just be like, oh, hang on, I'm going to change my weak point in midair. Like that. Yeah, it's the same thing you just did, you little asshole. It just takes too long to switch the control down there. By the way, of course it's stylus controls to shoot. Why wouldn't it be? Come here. Asshat. Swing the sword! You piece of crap! God damn it, did you see that? I'm just gonna wiggle here for a minute. I know that you're holding down the button because I'm wiggling, which by definition means you're holding down the button and wiggling to shoot. But, you know, oh, god damn it. Ah. Oh god, wrong thing, wrong thing. Where's the frickin'... Go away! Oh, I hate this game so much. I don't think I have gotten this pissed at a game in a long time. Look at that! Are you literally seeing how much he's just like, no, I'm just gonna wiggle. I'm just gonna wiggle. Instead of actually doing what you frickin' said to do. Because good controls is something that Miyamoto cannot stand. We've got to have crap controls. It's mandatory. How do we know that people are going to enjoy themselves if they're not being irritated the entire fight? One more negative for that goddamn bullcrap at the end there. plus the story. That whole sequence is actually kind of awesome from a story sequence, which, if I could be real for a second, kind of makes it worse to me, you know? That's a cool sequence, utterly ruined by bullcrap. It's over now, but... Someone do me a favor, what was the story score, the gameplay score, and the golden number of Phantom Hourglass, please? If you don't mind. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I've been here for 3 hours. We were too late. Oh, engine. Okay, thank you, Frieza. I am so stupid and so wrong. This game is so much worse than Phantom Hourglass in so many ways. I'm so sorry, Byrne was trying to protect me. Yes, but there should be no regrets. He wouldn't have had it any other way. Besides, our kind are the servants of the spirits. We don't disappear that easily. Yeah, blah blah, somehow Palpatine returned. Moving on. Literally half those negatives of the outro. I stand by that, by the way. I stand by that. I don't even need to make my case. I have made it over the last 3 hours. Byrne may not have any memory of these events, but years from now he'll return in a new form. Yeah, that's not... Okay, whatever. You see, as Locomos, we weren't only meant to protect the tracks, we were also meant to watch over mankind. But our protection is no longer needed. Even without the Spirit's guidance, you will do well. So I think I will return to the heavens, in the company of my old friend Byrne. Oh, she does have feet. I actually forgot about that. Please watch over this land, my dear. And call it something other than Hyrule, you twit! Alright, moving on. Goodbye, and thank you both. You're welcome. Hey, do you want to port this onto a modern system in a way that doesn't suck? Yeah, also, aren't we in the Dark Realm right now? How do we get back? We'll call it low roll. Oh god, that would actually be funny. See, no, see, they're not together. They're not together. You're reading into it. Will they or won't they? Will they or won't they? Okay. Venom aside, I like that. It's nothing big or demonstrative, just a quick holding of hands of the two people who've worked together throughout the thing. They've grown, they've developed. That's actually kind of awesome. I like that. It's a solid way to conclude the two's character arc throughout the course of this story. Honestly, thumbs up, and I mean that. So, you know, he's happy to have her back. He's still doing his little storytelling. Oh, he made one for Spirit Tracks. That's actually cool. Get those bunnies. Yeah, well, they can suck a duck, Rex. I don't even care at this point. I do not even care. But here's an interesting thought. I can kind of feel why so many people, including me, remember this game positively. Can you guess right now, before I tell you it? Zelda's pretty legit, but Zelda's... Like you're zooming in too much. Zoom out a little bit more. It's the story. There's actually a pretty solid story underneath this one. With good moments and good cutscenes and good character and just... Like, it's a satisfying story, is I think the word I want to use there. Yeah, the story really only had the two negatives, and I stand by that. And the two negatives were just how it just kind of throws... I know, right, Bruce? The story just kind of throws that out the window, and then here we are. And the music is legit, pretty much all the way through. And yeah, I never have to play this game again. That's true. That's a good point, Rex. So because we picked I don't know, I'm actually not sure what the ending we'll get here is. This is the part that changes based on what you pick, by the way. So apparently that's the I don't know. Apparently they added I don't know. I actually didn't know this, forgive me. Relatively late in development. Specifically because of the fact that they didn't actually have any plans to continue this timeline, and as of this moment never have. And A Shot of the Sky was probably intended as a nod to Skyward Sword, which they were still in development of. So hang on. So I'm not going to show you these because these are super short, but I'm just refreshing myself really quick. Yeah, if you pick engineer, it's obvious you're an engineer, and she goes and waves at you as you're out there, you know, running a train by the castle. If you pick warrior, it's the same general concept. She goes outside and waves, and it's like, hey, you're a knight, and that's cool, and that's it. So that's the only distinction. Wow, those are barely different. So that they're not going to need points for that. Either way. I am never playing this game again. Unless they give us a proper remake on a modern system. We still haven't had that Nintendo Direct. I was actually predicting it would happen yesterday or today. Still no news on even when it's happening, too. At least not last I checked. We can check really quick. Really quick. Any word? Nope. Okay. Who wants to watch that boss fight get absolutely bodied? Well, I do some last-minute math here, because I did most of the audit while I was cooling off there. That was frustrating. That was so frustrating. I am, no joke, just a little bit shaky from that. That was really frustrating. Okay, so we gotta knock his orbs back. Link's just like, no. 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 That's actually really satisfying. Immediately after that bull crap. No. Yeah, clearly I was putting way too much effort into that. I should have just been like, eh. He's got 2.5 hearts, for God's sake. He's just like, no, I got this. What else he got coming? Oh. No cheats, too. A noble name. You never actually pulled the cheat trigger. Oh, where is my document? Okay. I need calculator. Look at that. Look at how they're doing that input. That's hilarious. I decided to go ahead and tack on the 3 hours. So that brings us up to 23 hours of total playtime. And if you're paying attention, yes, that means even without the tacked on time, that's still the longest Zelda game we played so far that is not named Breath of the Wild. That is a 20-hour slog fest. Wow. This should be funny. I think you're right, Dakota. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been wild. Oh my god, this game. Blue Fusion Volt, are you there? Because I can't help but notice you're the only person who hasn't actually put down what games you want to put anything towards, so you kind of stand out there a little bit. It looks like Tara hasn't either, but she's not there. So, what games do you want to put that towards, assuming you win? Three things. 3 picks. You can't edit it now, so just tell me what. I'll put it in. I'll put it in. Hi, Evo. You missed me having to vent pretty hard. I didn't get actually angry. You know what I look like when I'm actually angry. But, oh man. That was terrible. Okay, so Mario Kart Block, that's one of them. That's one thing. Where is the genre sheet? There's the genre sheet. Well, let me know in a hurry, Blue Fusion Volt, because you won. Anyway, so, Spirit Tracks, right? Plus 13 to story. That is a solid 0.56 per hour. Not actually bad. In fact, it's one of our best story densities per hour so far, not counting Minish Cap. And that's an 88.24% ratio, which is really good story. So, yeah, that's pretty freaking good. Yeah. So this is a Zelda game, right? Now, I know I haven't been doing a really good job of showcasing this, but generally speaking, when you think Zelda, you probably think story-focused, good gameplay game. At least that's what I think of, because what I don't think of is +2 to gameplay. 2. +2. That is 0.09 positives per hour and a ratio of 51.16%. Just barely crawling over the line of 0. Giving us our final golden number of, I'm not even going to build this up, 29.34. Now, that's not the worst Zelda we've covered, because we've covered Zelda 1 and 2, and Oracle of Seasons, but 30 is pretty bad for a Zelda game. This is definitely a Squadrons game. I mean, of course it is. Good luck even buying this game nowadays. So yes, obviously I kind of already gave this away. Blue Potion Bolt, you won. So hang on. So you want to put this towards... let's see. So... Mario Kart block. Kirby block. And we have a Mana block, and we have Tales of Berseria and Zestiria. Which one would you prefer? Seasons is a better game. So I don't disagree, Cycloud. Seasons is a better game. But I do think Spirit Tracks has a better story. Sword of Mana, that's Mana block. Sure, Mana block is done. Done. Okay, so I'll put that towards those. I gotta adjust for inflation here. Gotta get into that habit. Screw this game. This game came so close to being good. It's so obvious why so many people like this and so many people praise it. And it has so many elements of good design peppered throughout it. There's a reason that gameplay ratio was 51%. For those of you who don't understand how that works, that means that rather than just having like very few points, it had a whole bunch of positives outweighed by a whole bunch of negatives. I don't have the document in front of me. Here we go. It's like +44 to gameplay. Lots of great core mechanics and Yoshi drums and map design and kit design and itemization and tutorialization and boss design and sequencing and some fun side quests and great level design and great boss design. Absolutely buried by some just bonkers decisions. Obviously, there's controls. But then there's the outro, which can go to hell just completely by itself. But then, and this is, I think, the worst thing, and I did actually list this in several negatives throughout this. The game takes too long to do everything. Every single moment, every single activity, every puzzle, every battle, every boss, every room, every dungeon, every cutscene, every pickup, every traversal from point A to point B, everything just takes so long. And it's kind of like minutes in minutes. I don't know what else to describe it. There's so much bloating. There's so much padding everywhere. It's kind of bonkers. And I do believe that is actually the single greatest flaw of this game. A lot of those negatives boil down to a specific variant of padding. And that's a damn shame. On the plus side, I never have to play this game again. Oh yeah, in case anybody didn't hear the number there. Obviously, the golden number was 29, so that's cool. But the final gameplay time was 23.19 hours. And again, that is our second longest Zelda game, only beaten by Breath of the Wild, which should say something. That is a solid 2.5 hours, not counting the extra time added on. Longer than our Phantom Hourglass run, for God's sakes. And that game had you redo the same dungeon like 5 or 6 times. I am disappointed, Nintendo. And now I'm scared. Can I be really honest with you for a second? I was actually really worried, or rather, I'm saying this wrong. I was really thinking that a few games would score better than they did, and a few games would score worse than they did. I thought this one would just crush Phantom Hourglass, and I was wrong. And I didn't think Minish Cap would absolutely destroy it, currently our current king of Zelda games, and it did. I didn't think the Oracle's games would score the way they did. I didn't think Zelda 1 would score the way it did. Like, this whole thing has been me being wrong about everything. I remember being quite fond of the next game we're playing. And I'm a little scared that it's actually crap. Because, like, that's just been the pattern, right? That's just been the trend, is that I'm just wrong. We'll find out in a bit. I'll see you after the lunch break.